All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us for Wednesday night Bible study, whether you are here or in person or online. So glad that you're with us tonight. So my co-teacher, co-host, whatever you want to say, Ed Amy, he is out traveling for work. He is in the beautiful Florida area, like off by the beach somewhere, really nice location for work. So make sure to give him a hard time on that when he comes back. But it's good to see all of you, especially because it's been kind of a crazy week. Sunday was Super Bowl, Monday is Valentine's Day. It's all sorts of stuff happening. So thanks for prioritizing and saying, hey, I want to learn about Jesus and God, and really just kind of focus in on how something needs to change in my life, in our lives, in the life of the church. So we're so glad that you're here with us tonight. I don't know about you, I've really enjoyed this study so far because it has been a radically high challenge, and yet the beauty of following Jesus is that you can have both a radically high challenge along with radically high grace as well. So as always, we have some introduction questions to kind of start things off. When you hear stories of people who have suffered for following Christ, does it surprise you or do you expect it? Expect it? Yeah? Any idea why? Jesus said it would be that way. Good. Yeah. I was kind of surprised the other day, actually, at a story of suffering that way. Somebody had posted in a group I was in an image that. Do you guys know? The name is escaping me right now. Like images of saints, like old images of saints. There's a name, Sarah. You're going to think of it, hopefully. Yes, icons. You know, like an iconic image of a saint, how it normally has like the halo with it and everything that way. So an image that had 21 African Christians that were kneeling, that had guns pointed to their heads, but it looked like it was a little more modern, even though it was kind of this iconic depiction. And so I looked into the history of the image, and it was actually from an artist made in 2015, because February 15th was the anniversary of there were 21 Christian pastors and leaders in Libya who were martyred for their faith just 7 short years ago, and actually learned that the LCMS has a day of sainthood we celebrate on the 15th for that I just kind of learned about recently. Yeah. Any other, though, like stories of people who suffered for Christ that either surprises you or you expected, or, yeah? All right, well, getting a little more personal, do you know someone who has paid a price to follow Jesus? If you don't want to share the story, you don't have to. But if you want to, that's awesome. I don't know that I've ever known somebody that has paid like a crazy, insane, radical price. I have known some people that in their following Jesus have gone overseas, have gone to other countries, have faced persecution there and hardship there. But in terms of even like closer to me in my life, I'd say the price is a lot more social. Maybe I feel like, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know somebody that it's kind of cost them financially, where they got kind of excluded from an inner group at their work because they revealed to some people that they were a Christian. But anyone have any stories of people who have paid a price to follow Jesus? Wow, somebody that their family doesn't talk to them anymore because of it? Wow. Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask, did they walk away from either a Mormon or Jehovah's Witness kind of a background, or more atheist? Oh, wow. Okay. Man. Yeah, you said it earlier, Brian, where it's one of those, a lot of times I think we get this picture in our head of like it's all rosy when we follow Jesus, but Jesus himself says, no, there's a cost when it comes to following me that way. So considering what some other people have given to follow Jesus, how do you process what it really means to follow Jesus in your own life, in your own context, right? Like, we're not in Libya, we're not in the Middle East where there's like a really high risk that comes to following Jesus. No, like, we're here in America where there's generally freedom of religion and all these different things. So kind of considering what other people give up, how do you process what it means for your own life? I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I hear incredible stories of faith, whether it be like the Libyans or even just historic examples. We've talked a lot about Dietrich Bonhoeffer and other awesome Christians, or even Christians that were a part of the Underground Railroad, or other movements like that. Like, there's times where it makes me feel really belittled in my sacrifices. Like, I don't know if you guys ever have this where it's like you just feel like your sacrifices are so much smaller or like insignificant, or you feel like if you ever have that moment where you don't, like, I quote it too much. There's a really good line in the Screw Tape Letters where it's talking about this man being among